In 1974, Richard Nixon, President of the United States, was in trouble. His political career was at an end, for the world had learned that he had kept recordings of conversations in the White House. Congress demanded the tapes, for many believed that the tapes would reveal Nixon's criminal involvement in the infamous Watergate scandal. But Nixon refused to release the tapes. Everyone assumed this was to cover up his involvement in Watergate. But it wasn't Watergate that worried Nixon. No, there was something else on those tapes that had Nixon worried. In 2013, the tapes came out, and this stunning truth was revealed.
We needed a way to do an idea of and citizens without them knowing. It was imperative, for their own safety, of course. We had really the best. It took years. We designed, built, tested, failed. We persisted. Eventually, over the decades we had it. A fleet of covert technological surveillance devices, unlike anything the world had ever seen. We called them birds.
That's right. The President of the United States said it himself. Birds aren't real. Richard Nixon resigned in disgrace to hide this secret, and when he died in 1996, he must have thought he carried the secret to his grave. Well, now we know. But will anybody listen? For the last 7 years, I've been trying to persuade people that birds aren't real. They are surveillance drones, nothing more. Now the first thing people say is, "That's impossible!" Is it? We have the technology. Just look at this thing. Yeah, look at that. Does that look like a bird to you? Oh, but it's not a bird, is it? You can see it's plastic underneath. Oh, but we don't have the technology. Now some might say, oh, but don't birds like fly together and stuff? Like make these beautiful flocks? Yeah, that's just one bird, but look at what they can do with these beautiful flocks of starlings or murmurations or such. Well, check this out. These drones are thinking collectively. No human is controlling. Think we can't do it? Think we don't have the technology? Au contraire. Still not convinced? Well, what are these birds doing? They are sitting on power lines. Oh, they're just resting, you say. Are they resting? Or are they recharging? Besides, how could a living, breathing animal sit on a power line? I ask you. Let's do a quick comparison. Bird on a power line. Person on a power line. Don't worry, he lived. The pieces are all coming together. Richard Nixon resigned in disgrace to preserve the secret of the birds. Fact. We have the technology. Fact. We birds can safely touch power lines because they're recharging. Fact. I rest my case. Now, every time I tell people the American government is using birds to spy on us, people just want to stick their heads in the sand. Well, they say, you're crazy. And I say, tell that to Edward Snowden. He exposed how the U.S. was spying on its own citizens. Oh, wait, you can't talk to Edward Snowden because he had to flee to Russia. Others might argue, like your libtard professor, oh, birds had been around forever. Look, I found a painting of a bird from the 17th century. Oh, really? Well, I also found a painting of a bird from the 17th century. Do you notice anything? This is a conspiracy the likes of which have never been seen. The birds are coming for us. Their robotic limbs will goose-step over our rights, our freedoms, our very lives. Wake up, people! Birds aren't real!